major champion, and you're all here to witness it. How lucky we are.
It's, yeah. Also, jersey's looking really nice here, the Falcons, to start off this season. We're going to find out now how good Falcons are going to be this season. Part of the reason Gizmy said that he picked them was because they probably had the same amount of practice time where he heard Spirit grinding a little bit longer through the break. Kind of hoping they're going to be a little fresh.
Ooh, Tess right to it. Him and Monacy and Nico are going to slam the door shut on this A site. You think it's going to be that easy?
Gizmy said he also has practiced more versus the no, he's actually coughing. That he practiced more versus Falcons than he did versus Spirit. And again, rock in a hard place. No easy teams to pick. This isn't just an ego move out of 100 Thieves. This is just also, but it's also Rain who gets to go up against Kerrigan, go up against Nico. That's kind of fun. But it's a big task for Gizmy. I mean, brand new team as the IGL, as Maui said, with veterans too. Not used to playing with players like that.
Although very exciting pickup, I think, 400 Thieves to be the team that snatched Gizmy away. Another moment where I think
is that over?
That's that Messioso effect. The man knows a good deal.
Well, they can speak the same language.
Ah, that'll help. Kyosuke, Nico, Tess, Kerrigan. Ooh, 1 kill shy of a team ace. Monacy doesn't get into the action this round, but 2-0 Falcons start. I think that you know, it's fair for Nat to be kind of caught off guard by this Gizmy pickup, right? Because it's just his stock skyrocketed back at Cologne.
It happens fast, and it usually happens at majors. You know, when you go, okay, well, now's the time. This is a primo pick. It's because the major just has, there's no other way to replicate the amount of pressure someone's under, and if they perform in that situation or they call as well as Gizmy did, then that just speaks volumes. You know, when that time comes again with better players, you could only expect better results. It's got to be the logic. So the umbrella, Kerrigan is 15-1 in best of 3 series played against Rain.
Well, that's
what in the world
pretty damning stat. That's pretty damning. But when was the last time they went head-to-head? Maybe that'll help. Nico, quick kill onto Rain, who's put to the wayside in round number 3.
It's a crazy stat. Astralis versus FaZe. And I guess a little bit of Mouse sprinkled in there versus FaZe. That's a nice one, B-Trams.
You know, part of this Gizmy pickup for 100 Thieves is also the fact that the rest of his team back from the Major and Monty were signed by Luminosity, reports were, before the Major started. And so, not included in that conversation, Gizmy, a player who had been with that roster and that org for so long, had been most certainly a part of building it up. And he's kind of given a boot out the door, but a ticket to a whole new opportunity. Because, again, there's maybe difficulties in the fact that he's managing guys like Device and Rain and the expectations that come with both a great major run, but then also having, you know, impressive known quantities at your disposal now. And the promise, of course, of Poi and Sierra. But I'm excited to see what Gizmy can do with said project. So, 100 Thieves making the most of Luminosity's losses. Kerrigan kills Device, but they do still manage to slip that bomb down through the single door of the B site. The thing is, 100 Thieves have a couple players still up inside of the lobby, and it doesn't look like they're going to let their guard down now. They clear every single corner as need be. Kerrigan with a triple kill off to the 5-0 start individually, and a 3-0 start for Falcons.
I think the tricky part for Gizmy as well is, like, he's an IGL, clearly comes in very prepared, tailored game plans, all that stuff, and it feels like this particular style of play just has a longer onboarding process. You take, like, someone like Kerrigan, he can adapt so quick. I proved it on the Falcons, obviously. Instantly when he just comes in very loose, can adapt to a lot of players, and also tons more experience and knows how to onboard himself a lot faster. But yeah, there's both the problem. Let's say there's no ego. Let's say ego's not even an issue. And a little bit ego's always good. That's not even what I'm highlighting. Let's just say that he comes in and it's more of an issue of Device and Rain. They just have ways that they play that even if they were willing to change, you know, some stuff will be harder for them than others. And like Maui said, if he comes up with a great idea, but they don't really vibe with it, it might not even be possible to really get that kind of malleability out of guys that late into their career.
Old dogs and new tricks and whatnot.
Yeah. Sierra said in the draft show that they brought in most of Gizmi's stuff and kept some of their own. So they've been, it seems like, pretty responsive to what he wants to bring in.
Oof, Kyosuke's got his hands full as that single AK for Sierra challenges successfully. They'll cut a player down to size outdoors behind the smokes. So you know that it's not a fake with that wall, but there really was a looming threat. And now both sides of it look to join up. AK changes hands to Rain. There's a second rifle to grab. Takes a little extra second, and in that timing, Kerrigan's gonna find contact versus Poi. Ooh, really wants to force the issue, and he'll get there. But the chase is on.
The bomb, though.
Sierra's got to double back, has to prioritize the plant. That opens the door for the ramp flank to come through in a moment. And Device awkwardly in between duels goes down empty-handed. So 4 players up for Falcons, I think, is a much better place than where they could have actually ended this round. There was a chance there for a couple more casualties, but they'll be happy to have gotten away with it. More than majority alive, and the 4-0 start.
I feel like the interesting question, like narrative-wise for Falcons, is with Kerrigan coming into this team, getting a major and doing it with this new lineup was like the entire goal. I mean, being able to do that fast is like beyond a miracle, and it was incredible to watch, and it's huge. Got Nico his chip. I mean, that alone is like a career moment. But when Kerrigan picked up his first major win back at Antwerp, like that was one of the years where, you know, sometimes you get the championship hangover, which is a week. FaZe really disappeared after Antwerp for like a few months.
Oh yeah,
it was quite a drastic fall off for how good they were at that moment. And Kerrigan's brought it up before. He always plays to the level of his opponents, and you know, for him, motivation is almost exclusively come at majors, and he has every reason to have that. He's already won everything else. Okay, but Gizmi gets this opening kill. 1 trade back quickly. In fact, maybe 2. Kyosuke will let him live.
Boy, Gizmi's got himself another headshot here. 2 on the round as m0NESY's gonna spray right through that smoke, equal out the numbers. And it is still a chance for 100 Thieves to take the A site, but that's where TeSS's lobby control is put into the question. And it's gonna be the Rain departure with bomb downstairs in the hopes of a 1v2.
Here comes the plant, and a rare moment. We'll see Rain in the clutch. 2 smokes.
Stomping it. Rain doesn't waste the moment to try to chase m0NESY out of this, who's just now opened up those doors.
No fast step.
No.
So they have 2 smokes again.
Takes the stairs up and around, and Rain is going to give chase to the control panel.
Okay, okay.
Now they're still just dodging him, but Rain, this reposition is huge. Blindsides the player up top, and TeSS is going to get the trade with enough time for the defuse too. He's managed that one just, again, it's a moment where TeSS shines from inside of the lobby, cuts off the players coming out through main, obviously set up by m0NESY, getting those 2 kills through the smoke and flushing them into TeSS. But Falcons not letting 100 Thieves get away with these robberies.
TeSS, he's the Rain of the Falcons. Just like Rain was to FaZe, TeSS has kind of been there through every roster move, survived every iteration, and puts up insanely strong performances, even throughout that major. Could you have argued they could have won just replacing TeSS with anybody? No.
No.
Even though this team is jam-packed with stars, he somehow still shone.
When you touch on that motivation element of Kerrigan and the kind of like major championship hangover, I always thought the same thing, where it's like, does this just mean Falcons going to pop up as a tournament threat at the biggest events only? But then I remember just how hungry the likes of like m0NESY is going to be to have a season that he can really stamp himself across. And Kyosuke, obviously, if he's satisfied, there's something wrong with the kid. Like, right? So I was always hoping to myself, like, that's where it would come from.
That's a good point.
If there are going to, I think, be understandable lulls in Kerrigan's focus, because yeah, I mean, as great as he was on FaZe and as exciting as they were to watch, it wasn't always for the best of reasons. The highs were high, but man, those lows were low. And I don't think Falcons, as an organization, are interested in those lows per se. But that's obviously something that only time will tell. Right now, no hiccups. Falcons banking on this 7-1 Kerrigan start, 8-1 Monacy start, 5-1 TSS start. And keeping 100 Thieves' T-side challenge at bay. There have been moments here for 100 Thieves to potentially win rounds, but Falcons are finding consistency in the nitty-gritty. But opening kill device as Kyosuke gets plucked off of heaven.
Love that. 2 chips off the grenade. They'll respond to getting seen.
No lobby control means Kerrigan's going to carve a path.
It's quite a confident move.
Net some information. This one off of the tactical timeout. Gives me trying to fine-tune things. Rain instant with the headshots.
Oh, come on.
Plural. Kerrigan and Monacy slain. We go to 25 seconds. You've still got TSS on this bomb site. Getting wrapped from both main, lobby, and the heaven. And so now, with nothing to show for their efforts, it's the tactical timeout into the first round win here for 100 Thieves.
That's just a great round out of 100 Thieves, honestly. Between the opening here for Device and that 2K from Rain. They'll be feeling pretty proud about that one. It's Kerrigan out first in the 2K and the Opper down with an instant headshot.
Ready for Kerrigan, but this one, oof, just perfect crosshair placement as Monacy steps into it. So Gizme's got answers, but Falcons obviously sitting on that wealth of money from their win streak. Op right back in Monacy's hands. That op set up for first blood, but the AK spam is just enough to deter it for a second. It's going to be an execute into the upper floor. Many bodies ready for lobby, and TSS under pressure because of the utility. Well placed. He gives himself a little room to work within, but that smoke push is going to give Poi the first. Monacy's got Sierra. Nico not trusting the smokes. Comes around with the multi-kill, and it's only Gizme left on the rooftops. Nowhere to be found as Nico gets away with the triple.
Just can't be messy about any spray right now. That's a beauty play out of Nico.
Now, he had praise for Gizme's individual ability, but Monacy's not going to miss his chance either. And so that one's all Monacy and Nico. 2 and 3 kills respectively. A-site defense, rock solid.
And if there's something that Monacy still has on the docket, Nico too, he's never got that top one on HLTV, but I don't know if that's really in the cards for Nico, even in, you know, for himself. He can always be close, he can always be whatever, but there's, I feel like that window for him is probably closed. I don't want to say it is closed, but it's probably closed. But for Monacy, I feel like that's kind of wide open, being on what could be the best team this year, with him opping as well.
I mean, 2025 was his lowest rating ever, right? 18th in the top 20? Has he fallen out of top 20 in the past?
He was 18th?
He was 18th in 2025. Nico.
Oh, Nico.
Yeah.
I was like, Monacy?
No. Was it that bad? No. But he played real well in that major finals.
It's really been Donk who's ruined everyone's plans.
Yeah.
Maybe fired people up.
Well, guns in hand, and again, they're taking a look at this A site. Kerrigan behind the smoke. Oh, good kill from TSS. Goes back to the hut door. Heaven player's going to deal with the follow-up, but the trade train goes back and forth, and it leaves us 2v2. Nico back into the engagement, takes damage with Monacy behind him. Device is going to be found out. They pop it open, and Nico's 2 kills makes the difference yet again.
Did they for sure go on vacation?
I don't know if
Do we know?
did.
They look really sharp.
Boot camp. They're on the boot camp. He was definitely in the, I think the French Riviera. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Sounds like a thing.
I think so.
Where was he?
I haven't been there.
Is that it? French? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nico was on the French Riviera. The glamorous Mediterranean coastline in southeastern France. Fast action for 100 Thieves, looking to get back down into that B site, and they will just dive the vents with tempo. Ooh, nice main challenge for not only the kill, but the damage on TSS. Monacy's reaction is clean, so it gives me calls from the sidelines as at least the bomb goes down.
They're kind of catching him off guard in certain spots, but it still numbers up here for Falcons.
Ramp in their back pocket for the retake.
They're not playing decon, they're not playing control side.
Monacy wants to get zoom in with Nico right in front of him. Man advantage for Falcons, but the bomb's past that halfway point. So here comes the ramp retake, held back by Rain at the start. Poise slipped in between the two, and so this rock-solid post plant's gonna give 100 Thieves their second round win. And in the face of some very strong-looking individuals from Falcons, the 100 Thieves game plan, I like what I see.
Yeah, it was kind of like Black Friday. Like, as soon as the door opens, they just try to rush everything, cause a bunch of distractions, get downstairs quickly.
Stampede the staff.
Yeah, exactly. Find the cheap TVs. And it worked. They got downstairs fast. They got the bomb planted very quickly. Let's put pressure on a slower retake. Looks like a boost up here inside of the ramp. Ooh, it's a tease that want it.
Just as the flashes come through, Kyosuke's gonna activate. Oh, this feels like Nico's chance to strike, and he will execute Rain, plus drop the bomb on top of it. Monacy's missed op shot, though, does give a chance back over. And 100 Thieves have been great with these slight chances, so let's see what else they can make of this round.
Yeah, still a 2-on-4. Dire straits here. But maybe if they want to take it upstairs, that might be the moment.
TSS silent in the fall down. Gets his headshot on Gizmy. And Device suddenly alone with 50 seconds to somehow pull this off. Doubles back into the lobby and hits the no-scope to TSS. Great start. You drop vent, you think Kerrigan's got it in the bag.
Ooh.
Figures out Monacy's position, so little 1v1 between the Oppers here on site until Nico comes through to support, but Nico's breaking windows under hell. Device, quick scope as he slips the net under Monacy. He is halfway through this 1v4 now.
Walked up the entire way. One more kill and the last guy will be shaking in their boots.
In anticipation of the lobby play. Oh, Kerrigan fires the FAMAS. Device is going to be preoccupied. Nico's got him blindsided, and Kerrigan, plays with his food.
By a hair.
Hell of an effort here for Device, but not meant to be, as it's Falcons to go up 8-2.
That was so Device. Just never second-guessed it. Walked the entire way around the back of the site. Easiest shot ever. Positioning king.
Well, speaking of position being king, getting this boost in place as quickly as they did, it was like just a second and a half before those flashbangs announced 100 Thieves' intentions.
They also didn't full clear it. They could have at least cleared it entirely. No easy rounds here for 100 Thieves. But the two they've won have looked good.
Missed chance for Device, but guarantees there was somebody behind that smoke. They'll He'll be cautious about the lower drop, surely, but still seeing some utility trickle out of this pack from 100 Thieves is going to keep Nico preoccupied. In the off chance they head back up those secret steps. Op plays dark, ready for the single swing.
He's got some support here, some very good support in Kioske. They're ready to turn this into a split to lower. Ramp will soon be protected. Nico's the linchpin. He's found good timing on the peak. Does he get the kill, though?
It's a little labored.
Yeah, but they can't get out ramp without him.
Honesty still towards single, collects Gizmy. Oh, smoke's not deep enough for that. Get a crawl from their counter opper on the edge of the smoke. Oh, Kioske turns, Device has got a second. It's another 1v4 attempt, and TSS gonna make sure that it doesn't get away from him as he crawls through that smoke. Creepy crawly Device almost gets away with more than he should, but it is Falcons with 9 rounds secured instead.
The tap back to ramp from Kioske and Rain. It's beautiful.
I don't like that Rain took off his glasses for this player photo. I don't know if you've noticed that yet.
Well, he's also not wearing glasses.
Ever?
Right now.
Whoa. I don't like that.
Unless it's AI video.
You never know nowadays.
That might not even be Rain.
This might not even be Counter-Strike. Kioske eats the flash, but they don't kill him fast enough. You gotta pounce on those moments.
Go for the spray.
He recovers vision, and it's only Gizmy to get him after 2 members of the attack drop. Looking for the double digits, but Nico's gonna win the duel outside. Poor Device has a rough go of it. And so Gizmy puts him into the post plant with a kill to his name. Banking on the 2v4.
And they're gonna avoid ramp. Vents. Go towards ramp. Again, retakes coming in slowly.
Gizmy's gonna have a tough go with both the doors to hold, but he gets the kill first. TSS's trade, Rain's position revealed. He's gonna look to get his hands back on that bomb as they're going to have to Hail Mary defuse in the middle of all this, and of course, Monacy gives just enough cover as needed. An excellent first half in the second season of 2026 by the way of your Cologne Major Champions.
They have to connect, and so far they have. Little peek on short, gets Magisk a double, missed shot. Zywoo, he leaves the door open. What is that? Quadruple deagle out of Jabby.
He's going to be able to stop them before they even set up the grenades. That's devastating. Fallen gets one in return, but there's no way you could bring into this bomb site. Cello gets a kill, and at the backside there, missed opportunity. Fallen, that's a shot you had to hit. He's going to get it eventually. The fact that they're even here with the bomb plant is kind of sick. Oh, what? Wide, takes down Cadian. What on earth is going on? Shush jumping the corner, but he did not have the ref line. What? It's Fallen! You must be kidding me! How do you win that round?
They're shuffling the molly around. If that actually unseats one of these T's, this is very possible. Let's see where it goes. Okay, this should be a kill for Monacy. He's gonna hit the shot. There it is. All right, just Hobbit now, 1v2. He's got a great angle, but what crosshair disruption. Monacy just soaring across his screen.
He's almost getting himself killed no matter what. Yeah, this is so hard to deal with on the other side. When even he lands the shot. Yeah, Hobbit not happy with that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment has finally come. Your grand final of BLAST Pro Series Miami.
Right in there. He misses the first shot in mid-air. Nico, though, a single tap of the USB. A second. Oh, my God. It's all up on Nico again.
It looked like FaZe had a solid read on this as Nico closes it out. He gets the kill he wanted, and you can see so calm there.
That's a massive kill of the retake. Cold Sierra next to take down Device, and now Magisk. He's going to go down immediately. Cold Sierra cleaning it up. 3 kills just like that.
Currently going into FaZe's coffers. Oh, double smoked. Big mistake.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, although they're coming right through and they're going to shut down Rain.
Oh, no.
Oh, my Lord, he's just took down 4 people in absolutely no time flat. It's Daps alone on the other side. What an absolutely absurd performance here. Now sneaking through on the other side. Daps is waiting, and one more headshot. He's waiting for it. Timing is everything. He's going. Oh! It can't be real. Didn't see anybody landing the triple right through the smoke. I've never seen anything like it. And now, at least they're going to get the bomb plant, but FaZe are being robbed once again. Naf, he's still in play in this round. On the other side is Rain, and he wants more. Naf, have you no mercy? He's going to pick up an ace in the round.
Their aggressive setups with their rifles are totally fine. Alicia's always delivering. And there's a shot that just runs right into him. Oh my God! No way that just happened.
coldzera, eat your heart out. Oh, he's got a third. Nitro slamming down the gauntlet. And
There's 15 seconds to plant a bomb, and that might be the saving grace for Cloud9 to be pushing all over the map. There's Tens with a deagle once again. He needs to stay alive. He's got to buy time for his team. Stewie's cutting off the rotation. There's another one from Tens. Can he get the last one? It's time he's won the round of all these deagle shots, and that's a much-needed last round for Cloud9.
Excellent outing from Finn and Co. Falcons comfortably on the double digits of the CT side of Nuke. This is where 100 Thieves wanted to take the challenge. Let's grab a drink after the event, says Nico, but I don't think they're all in the same city.
Not yet.
Not yet. And, well, they won't all be, because it's single elimination. So somebody's going home. Well, somebody's not leaving home, more like it.
Big smile on device.
Do you know where the 100 Thieves European compound is? Obviously, they have their headquarters in LA. But where would they have an EU boot camp?
Yeah, actually don't know. Maybe Liquid set them up with a room.
Oh, you're not getting down the vents, Kerrigan. Gizmy's got your number. Bomb will still make it downstairs. The Beretta's trying to hold off on the cross, and they're just going to look to get themselves into the post plant. Tough spot for Poi as m0NESY hits the gush, and Kyosuke is going to hold off on that flank. We've got man advantage secured now by the Falcons, not to mention Bomb already down. m0NESY to extend set advantage.
Oh,
and
another
Device would have loved to have gotten away with that flank kill, but Kyosuke still lurking around in lobby.
And he still might be a problem. Gizmy's coming in on the flank. But there's nothing for him to do. It's just going to be a round one here for the Falcons. And you just can't catch this kid off. That's 3 frags for a Kyosuke in the round. There's just a number of problems here. There's just a lot of serious players on this team.
There's like a number of problems, but I wouldn't say 100 Thieves are, you know, it's not problematic. I almost just wish they were up against less opposition. I was excited for the 100 Thieves debut with Gizmy.
There's a couple of good moments in there. They still, I think, are lacking some of the awareness. They're still not clearing everything, and even individually, they, you know, no shame in not being able to keep up. I mean, picking between Spirit, Falcons, Vitality is just, it's not really fair, is it? $100 problems.
I wish Alliance had picked Falcons. Then we could have watched
They have their own
Thieves
problems,
versus
though.
Wildcard.
I think after their performance, they didn't deserve it.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately. They went for an easy pick and
Same result.
got pieced up, yeah.
Yep. 100 Thieves on the force. Let's hope for their sake map 2's got a little bit more life in it than this one seems like it will, as Falcons no hiccup to start the season. Individually, rock solid across the board. It's always fun when TeSS kind of props you up early. Couldn't point at a weak link on Falcons at the moment, and that's Kerrigan included. Nice slow squeeze as they find the first kill with 30 seconds left. And then the party moves towards ramp, where at the moment we've got nobody in position for 100 Thieves.
m0NESY in a pretty perfect spot to make this worse. Oh, Device comes up actually right behind him. And with a few seconds to spare, the bomb will go down. The CTs take a big gulp here as map points on the line.
Yeah, We don't get one of those clock hiccups where Falcons end up walking into a site with a problem on it. Chance for TeSS to farm a few, but it's a strong trade out of Poi, putting that Galil to work. Kyosuke's AK in the rafters, meant to be set up by Nico, who's just looking to get lethal with the push through the double doors. They've got that pinch on the last piece and 10 map points.
No question so far for the Falcons. They look fantastic. No championship hangover in sight. Looks like they had that, they were in that Goldilocks zone of being able to go to the French Riviera, get some practice in, and be exactly right for their first online match of the season.
I mean, Max Verstappen travels the world with a Formula One simulator in his private jet. Why can't Nico have a PC on his yacht? For all we know.
Yeah.
For all we know.
It's got to be the only way, honestly.
This man may have a mouse and keyboard tan line. You never know. But Nico having as strong of a start as he is a welcome sight. No weak links for the Falcons.
Nico flies way more than Max anyway.
Wonder if that's true.
It just counts the stops.
Burn back. Doesn't take a prod at the top of the steps, instead just gives over the space, and they're going to be preoccupied with this outer presence. Oh, Kyosuke instant with the headshot. He'll get traded out by a device quite nicely, but then Nico strikes. He's got the weapon advantage over this MP9, but it's a nice move from Sierra over top. Desert Eagle from heaven misses Kerrigan. They'll find him on the ladder itself. Gives me into the kill feed. Guns being procured here by 100 Thieves, and as long as you don't drop down into the vent, that MP9's not going to get a chance to really strike you down. They've done a good job of dodging the most part of the threat. Oh, the flash is good. m0NESY clutch queued up as he takes a bit of damage with the fresh mag back out, bomb in front of him. Ow. They've got presence on the site. Now tapping that defuse. Oh, he's forced into the retake. It's going to take another fresh mag. Still nobody defusing, and so they'll come through with the force buy victory. It's not over just yet.
Yeah, only him could make that look viable. That was surely a done deal. So they get that retake in. Good kills here with not that money to work with. They stave off map point for now. Oh, they're on map point, but they at least save the map. And it's a
save.
Yeah, small celebration.
Let him have one.
Kerrigan will treat himself to a deagle.
You know, Nico, Kerrigan, and m0NESY, all with deagles. 3 peas in a pod. Kerrigan's going to get the most impact. Yes. Just as you could have expected. Between the 3 of them, it's Kerrigan with the kill. You know, there was a big conversation about Kerrigan having to bring up his individual level.
Yeah, it was like the worst.
Yep. Like, well,
the B-Tram stats, like just the worst performance of all time.
Yep.
But then they won.
Yep.
Insane.
You'd feel like that stat still has to be replaced.
Can't put a number on the calling.
That's fair. It's fair. HLTV haven't figured that one out. Surely it makes his life easier if he's able to play a little better, but we'll see if that is a feature in the second half of the year. Opening kill for Monacy as Poi goes running rambunctiously into the trophy room, offers over first blood. Sierra's gonna try his hand at an aggressive play, and he gets away with one, but it will also cost him. Man advantage maintained as the fresh smoke comes out from Device.
See if he tries to poke this or something. No repeat push. Kioske maybe set up for a lurk here. Is me going wide? Does he go all the way through though? Uh-oh. That's not that great. Kioske is waiting for this angle.
Tries to get away with it instead. Takes Kioske down to 13 health. It's going to take a heroic moment here for Device or Rain, and, well, that helps. A single bullet gets the job done. Device will get the double, but Nico returns the favor through the smoke. And as Nico starts making noise downstairs, yeah, it's all about getting Nico back up towards his teammate on A.
Rain realizes it's a ruse. We'll try to follow up behind Nico, who does have the bomb on his back, and they don't know where Rain is.
Yeah, Rain could catch this off. Nico wrapping around Red. Oh, it's got the cover and the aim, as Nico will not skip a beat. Returning to play after the player break are all of the Falcons, and that was impressive. A 13-4 victory here on Nuke, just dispatching of the new look 100 Thieves with Gizmi, but they'll still have a chance in this best of 3 after the break.
Great, a win like a major in that way, but my goodness, this could not have been a harder matchup, I feel like, for 100 Thieves. I could totally understand trying to pick off of form in that regard again, but there was no easy choices for them. Very fun to watch Falcons right now, and yeah, I'm definitely mirroring Maui sentiment. Like, my last favorite season to watch was in 2024. You have that donk race, and you have, you know, Monacy going for top 1. But now with Vitality, Spirit Falcons, all in this form, man, don't want to write off 100 Thieves while they're still playing. But my goodness, do they just look like a bump in the road right now?
Yeah, get him, Device. Block that util. Trying to be as big of a bump as possible, really. If that's all they're gonna be. Cast many Falcons games with stakes like this one, where we suddenly watch their opposition break into the match, but I've also never had to cast the Falcons as major champions. It's a whole different level of reputation. Ooh, Gizmi sees just enough to try to give chase to this.
Yeah, you want to follow up pretty quickly.
Oh, they check it though.
Ooh.
Yep, Monacy. Sixth Sense kicks in. Tesses takes a tidbit of damage, but Rain's gonna go down with nothing as Nico's the one to get the long kill. And so Nico and Monacy right back to it. Sierra dead with nothing, and a smoke grenade that covers the flank just long enough for that bomb to be a guaranteed plant. So very comfortable looking 5 versus 2 post plant here for Falcons. They send bullets through, just reminding 100 Thieves, we know you're back there. And they're not wrong about it.
It's Dust2. It should be such a fun map for the Falcons. Could be a complete highlight reel right now. And moments like that when you're on the flank, it's like, okay, big play was getting on the flank, getting that info, but just gotta be sharp. It's Dust2. Need to hit that headshot right away. Make use of that information. Hellcat kill coming down. Their odds tank.
Terrorists win. Oops.
Oops.
Brother, they tell you if you're gonna die to the bomb now. The HUD.
So it was a choice.
The HUD will tell you you're gonna die. Leave it to Kerrigan to just be like, I don't really
doubt
believe
Kerrigan's choices, okay? He's made some pretty good choices.
Your entire health bar is blinking red. I'm gonna take my chances.
There are a few players has made as many good choices as Kerrigan had in his career. I don't know if it's your place to doubt him right now.
Yeah. 100 Thieves have 9 opening kills on Nuke.
Oh, wow. It was that many 4v5s? Oh, my goodness. I didn't even notice. It didn't feel like that with how Falcons controlled every situation. But that's promising. That is actually a really impressive stat for them to be able to pull out.
I feel like a few of those had to have been like those like instantly traded 5 versus 4s though.
Yeah.
Surely. And I think that's just a testament to the Falcons having
Pyrrhic
everybody
5v4s.
online. Yes, just last map. No weak links could have been found in the Falcons camp. Scout contact for 30 damage. Make TeSS a little bit nervous about the approach, but Monacy's scout also going hunting. Careful, Device, you'll run out of bullets. Get onto the site with their HP intact for the most part. Utility still keeps whittling away piece by piece, but Device has gone quiet after all of that scout spam. And as he goes wide around, it's Kyosuke with his second of round 2 in anticipation of the pistols, but these pistols still too far gone, too far removed to do anything about Falcons converting their pistol.
What do you think is the upward potential of 100 Thieves now that they've got Gizmy? If you were to be optimistic.
If I were to be optimistic,
like everything goes well and
top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah, just right there on that, but like 10th, you know?
10th. Damn.
I like Gizmy.
Yeah. I mean, I doubted Monty every single step of the major and was just consistently wrong, so. But, top 10, that's tight.
Yeah, but in a world where like Legacy and BetBoom are top 10 right now.
Right now, yeah.
You know? Those, I always feel like number 10 and number 9 are constantly in flux.
But Foot are 12.
But Foot are 12. Yeah, but they don't have Lonks anymore.
And Mongols are, well, Mongols.
Mongols are...
Well, we don't know. Yeah, Mara's still on the team, okay? What if they made a roster move and it's just not worked out, no matter what?
Mongols are Mongols.
Hey, they have Ulan Vitar to fight for,
That's
okay?
true. That is true. And another Asian major on the horizon. I know they're not from Singapore, but it's about as close as it gets.
Yeah, I think even at Shanghai, when they were the Asian team in top 8, everyone switched over to them.
Problem is, you go to China, you got to compete with Nico and Monacy's popularity.
That's true.
You're not winning that fight.
They just have unexplainable aura over there.
I don't care where you're from. You're going to lose to them.
And Kyosuke, for that matter.
What's the Chinese nickname for Nico?
I forgot.
It's like weak-kneed shrimp or something.
Okay, you're gonna have to make sure of this one. That one I actually didn't know. That's weak-kneed shrimp.
Yeah, because he always like, well, not always anymore. But
oh, right, he was Choco, yeah, but he got the major now, so.
Yeah, the soft-legged shrimp.
Soft-legged shrimp, okay.
The soft-legged shrimp, somebody who collapses under pressure or chokes.
Wonder if they'll ever update that.
Honestly, I feel like the Chinese community is very on top of their game.
Yeah.
So it's probably already, that's so outdated.
We need nicknames like that. We've just got like Sample.
You know what Molodoys is?
No, what's Molodoys?
The Black Flash.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
in his head-to-head comparison with Monacy, but obviously donning Furia's.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the Black Flash. But back to 100 Thieves. First gun around to the second map, and it's going to be Seer to let him know he is up close and personal on that long door.
And they're gonna shimmy out of this doorway. Zero's got a fight on his hands. He comes up with one. Tough spot. This Molly definitely shows their intention in the attack, and the op shot's no good. Great kill for Gizmy. Doesn't get a second. Leaves Device alone. Has to hit the shot, and he'll get two.
Yep, that'll do it. Nico, 33 health in a 1v4. Or 1v3 now. Cuts it down as Poi is his first. 2 to go. And with that departure over towards the bomb, Device securing all the spaces Collateral gave him.
He kind of knows one's just like a rotator and that they're separated right now. They can join up towards long, but, you know, that doesn't seem like the wisest option anyways.
Everything felt like it was going well for the Falcons to try to roll forward with that momentum, but a Collateral shot will give you something to think about, and Device isn't going to waste the chance.
They didn't even look like they were layered up like that.
Not really.
Yeah.
Kind of like elbow to elbow, perhaps. But hey, you take what you're given.
The
Device locking down long, sets up 100 Thieves for their first round, 4 rounds into this. Not bad for Tom Cruise, bro.
Last seen at the World Cup. Oh! Oof.
Well,
and he goes bar for bar. That's Collat. 36 HP left on Rain. Oh, this is very dangerous for Device. He's playing with fire.
Device trying to get his hands back on another round, but doesn't take any Hail Mary shots through smoke.
He's the right call, especially with all that extra damage on Rain, whether they know it or not. He's vulnerable.
Stuck in behind the car. Oh, gets there with a second.
Oh.
And then Device on the scene fast enough to keep man advantage in the hands of 100 Thieves. Monacy's op rings out. And he'll take damage back in return. Kyosuke trying to cross over, but he doesn't have the bomb. That was stopped by Rain in the process, so he has to double back. That looming threat of a CT push through this thick smoke.
They want to rush this down early. There's no molly for the window, so it could be a risk here for the T's.
Ooh, he gets away with it down beneath the window, but they're going to drop utility on top of him. Flush Kyosuke off his position. He'll find the headshot on Gizmy. Monacy's got cover now, and that op in Device's hands is through the window. Pistol in hand is enough to get the job done. He knew he had made that tag happen on Monacy, so he finishes what he starts. And another impactful moment here for Device to cut that lead from Falcons down to 1.
And it's actually... it's a 4v5 win as well. Yeah, with that collateral damage. Insane that Ray does this. Low HP, like he's surely only going to get 1 kill. Somehow with just a full spray manages with just the combination of good movement to avoid all those shots that were coming his direction. Seals up 2.
What's really wild is he actually went from 2 health to 1 health in between those kills. Yeah, something hit him.
Big Norwegian guy like him, he can tank some damage.
I mean, he's tanking more than most. I don't know how the hell he hung on for dear life, but he finds his impact and just a good enough distraction as well for Device to slip through the doorway with another kill. Now, money's a question here for Falcons as we see a Tech 9 in Kerrigan's hands.
Looks like they're going to keep this one dead simple as well. Shot gets missed. That's a kill for Kerrigan, and now it's the B attack.
Rain looking for an assist here as he goes down with nothing. Poise on the scene. Quick to kill in mid, but hesitant as he wants teammates to move on over before he even takes a look at this, but he opts not to in the end. And Falcons, even with that limitation for Kerrigan, walks the Tech 9 through the mid doors, finds a kill for his efforts, and a round win swiftly with it.
It really is that one frag, isn't it? I mean, just an op shot miss in a moment like that, even with a teammate to trade right away. That's enough to just ruin your plans. And that'd be my only concern with 100 Thieves in terms of like being optimistic. Like Device is not Astralis Days. Device is, you know, the most consistent positioning player and just all the shots that he can hit. And Sierra, oh, he dies right at the end. But you're not going to get that consistency out of him again, right? In his career, it's not going to happen. But when you got to go blow for blow, players like m0NESY on the other side, I don't know.
I love that Kerrigan knew once he got that dink, he had to commit to trying to get that kill. Support or not for the Opera out middle. Can't let a chance at that opening kill go to the wayside. So jumps on it, opens the door for the B hit, and with it, the 4-2-2 lead.
The cool part about 100 Thieves is even just making it here in the first place, because they took a massive risk, like starting from scratch. Did an excellent job climbing the VRS ranks, which is just terrifying to try to do. And found a great pickup in the offseason.
5-7. With nade damage in front of it. Poi's got a second. Ooh, tries to jump in and will rob a third frag over Kyosuke. No cover offered up by m0NESY and Nico. Poi with a bit of a robbery on that one as they just go smashing into this B bomb site. Nico tasked to plant in a moment. Tunnel's arrival is there, and the smoke now fades. Oh, missed chance at getting m0NESY dealt with. Nico's going to be swept under the rug. Skizmy gets aggressive through the smoke, and it is Poi who gets 3 kills on a very explosive moment from the Falcons, but one that's going to cost them a round.
That's awesome. That's a great look from Poi, and we really haven't talked about the new guys, but lots of great things to say about them for sure. They have such a strong structure on their team to set them up for success and to really show off their potential, as they'll certainly get better and better as time goes on as well. Connor's falling out of his chair.
This thing is, I'm barely keeping it together. Flash timing's good. Spam as well makes Sierra's job all the more awkward, but Poi again with the multi-kill.
Love it.
Gizmy's here to help out as need be, and it is Poi who is currently looking immovable as he sticks up the defense on the other side of the map from his last multi-frag. Oh, that's a hell of a deagle shot from Nico that'll give Device something to think about, and an upgrade over. Get that into m0NESY's hands, why don't you? No? No, Nico, you're the Opera? All right.
Said I'll give you a reason. This is very funny, though. He totally just could. Might even should. He did just win a major, though, so he can kind of do whatever he wants.
I mean, he's using the deagle anyways. Give m0NESY the op.
He said,
brother.
also let me entry. I'll keep the op, let me entry. Just listen and learn.
Oh, I'm watching. Ooh, Poi is sharp.
Wow, 4 kills for Poi.
Comes back in with the double headshot sequence to close out, and we've got a tied game at 4 rounds all.
Yeah, right.
Quad kill out of Poi.
Mad competitive to kick off.
With that eagle shot, though, I do understand why Nico switches back to the sidearm. That was disgusting.
But then maybe just make the donation, you know?
Who am I to question them? They're major champions.
That's true. Leg tag here for Device, and then one finished off. Just a bunch of pistols jumping around, though.
Squirrely Glocks.
Says practicing. You think you went to the Danish Riviera on the break?
Really looking to make the most of these 4 Glocks. Get a little mid-sprints. Rain giving the shooting gallery. Nice, clean control to spray down with the double headshot to close it.
It's an A4 commercial. You need
My
every
God.
bullet there.
You've got 100 Thieves with a lead. Ain't that something?
They're forcing Zonic to step in.
I knew it was going too well to be the Falcons.
And also maybe 100 Thieves like loosening up their expectations, maybe coming in a little bit hyped, maybe a little nervous, but just playing better. Kerrigan said it at the major. It almost doesn't matter who they play against. Throughout his career, he's always played to the level of his opponents. It's made for some exhilarating games.
Flash gets Device off that lower angle. That'll open the door for the Tunnels players to creep out and not get killed early. So you dismantle 100 Thieves' opening move. Space earned via a single flashbang.
Got Device on a strong sight line. Definitely possibly walk up into this. Shot comes out early. Kerrigan just trying to scare him a bit. What a punish, man. Half of Device's health gone as well.
Yep, tough one to stomach there. Kyosuke handles it well to go for the dive out. Now isolated B bomb site.
Device doesn't have a nade for this mid cross as well. They can re-smoke it, go forward with the split. Really comes down to Sierra, how fast he can flank him.
And whether somebody anticipates the move, but he's not going to find anything as he arrives. A very quiet Falcons at the moment. We hit 20 seconds, 4 players up inside of the tunnels. Only Kerrigan left towards middle on his own. And even that next smoke is now soon to fade. Rain gets his, activating Boy again! Another multi-kill. Kerrigan turns it back, and the op chase from Device is fantastic. Poi is currently the difference maker.
Yeah, he's making massive moves every round now so far this game. Coming off the pause, this one's a little bit timid out of Falcons. I think obviously we saw a moment there with the mid punish. They just come forward with that split. There's actually no response available for 100 Thieves at all. And it could have been a full strength split through a window and the door, but they thought they had to work a little extra hard to make that happen. Poi would have been in a very compromised spot with a proper split.
To try to strong arm their way to the B site again, but you've got Poi in position. And this is a Falcons not working with much. Glocking the bomb in the front, Scout in the backdrop, but nobody's going to overstep here as Rain just sits underneath the window instead, and Tessa's dead already. Of all the rounds Poise offered us Impact, this one meant to be all the easier. 2 kills already. Nice and smooth.
Wow.
He will find a quad kill and shows no signs of stopping.
This is a strong sight between him and Rain. It's been a beautiful half so far from Poi. Lots of highlight moments, both on the retake and on the holds.
Sitting comfortably 16-5 off of that mowdown.
They took him off Eyeballers originally, right?
I believe so.
Check. I remember
Ballers
thinking,
and Alliance most recently.
right, okay.
Kerrigan tries to get the jump up catwalk in what will be the Falcons' final attempt on the T side. They've had to wait for guns. Squander the chance. m0NESY kills Syrah. And that's pressure on an A site that doesn't feature the hard carry of Poi. Gizmi and Device instead, meant to erect the defense, and Kerrigan will get cut down from the catwalk approach, leaves Nico on his own in that direction. Oh, and he finds just the edge of the smoke to challenge, catching Gizmi unprepared. So Device now gonna have to be the hero. And as he sees the approach inbound, it's gonna be Poi on arrival with a kill over Nico already. Poi has gotten here in time, but Kyosuke's got his head on a silver platter, Rain to the 1v2. And as m0NESY brings up the tail end of the play, Kyosuke hands busy for the plant. Rain emerges with the ramp frag. Kyosuke off the bomb plant. Smoke in front, but it's a Rain clutch. And between these two B players, 100 Thieves have found so much value on the CT side. What was a Falcons 3-0 start winds up being a 4-round half.
Would you say that you're a grumpy person?
Definitely, yeah. I'm very much a grumpy person. I think that it's not even a week ago that my boss told me that I need to stop complaining so much. So yeah.
I had teammates and people around that have been way more grumpy than me, but we are a bit grumpy in a way. This fuck you Apex used to be fun at the beginning, but now it just, I'm like, change. Like, come on guys, it's been 2 years now.
I could be a grumpy a little bit about the China food.
I actually eat a lot of stuff, but sometimes it's annoying.
I find it more harder to find something good.
We go a lot to Copenhagen, and they always make potatoes. Like, every day is potatoes.
For example, when I was in Japan for vacation with my wife, the food there was insane, and in China it's like 50-50, I would say.
You know, you have pasta, you have rice, they have a lot of other stuff, but Danes, I think they only know potatoes.
Going home and getting your mom's food, like that's like, it's not really a specific dish, but just in general, like that homemade food is, you end up missing it somehow.
But I think something that is so underrated for us is the bread, like baguette. Like when you travel a lot, the bread are not as good as our bread and cheese are just...
I mean, when playing pucks in general, I think the worst thing that can happen to me is when people just throw random grenades and they don't say anything about it.
Communicating really bad or not saying when you die or what you see is pretty annoying.
And then you just randomly have to like dodge a flash or like you just die because of it.
Not listening.
Like one of the first rounds, everyone buys and one gang equals, for example. That's maybe a bit triggering.
Playing just alone. Like people, they just play Face It to play on the sides, and I'm like, guys, it's a team game. Let's try to play together.
You get bad habits from it, and it's much different than on official, because you can get punished, and from punish you pay. If you lose the match, you are out of the event. If you lose the Face It, it's whatever, you just lose some points and you can play more.
People play so bad in practice. They don't care. They just push. They do individual moves that they will never do on matches, etc. It just annoys me.
It's not giving you any adrenaline in game, you know, and maybe because I'm a little bit older and I'm playing for quite a time, I feel like there need to be a stake in the game I enjoy it more, you know.
I tend to complain about when I have to do other people's jobs for them. Players like should be fixing his lineup for a grenade, but instead I have to go do it for him.
If my teammates forget about strats and they don't have notes, it makes me really hungry as well at them.
The one thing I've complained about in all of CSGO, all of CS2 is how accurate you are when you're jumping.
It feels like 60-40 tick and matchmaking before they changed to sub-tick. I used to play some matchmaking in CSGO and you could tell that the bullets are not going as same as 128 tick, and yeah, I don't like static, to be honest.
It is fine that some pistols or SMGs are a bit more accurate, but it should never be a thing that you can like jump and it's good for you, you know? Which is like it is in a lot of cases. So yeah, I would say that thing.
Poi, with a mouth-watering first half, has put Falcons on notice and left them with a measly 4-round T-side. Now, unfortunately for Poi, it wouldn't be the first great performance that doesn't net a map win we witness tonight. Talk to Flamas.
Okay.
Okay? Talk to poor Flamas.
Yeah, well, but they've got Gizmy, though.
That they do.
Gizmy with a game plan. Maybe they can make something of it.
Certainly enough to test the Falcons. As we watch TessS with 1 kill so far this map. m0NESY, it's a one and done down in the lower tunnels. Do not waste Poi's efforts. Still obviously Anubis waiting in the wings of this series.
Ooh, potent flash queued up. Let's see if Device gets in front of it. Ooh, they're all blind actually, but Zira gets that one while blind.
Kerrigan tucks his head into the A-bomb site, currently operating alone. Poi's gonna find it swiftly. Pistol here puts 100 Thieves on a 9-4 lead with economic advantage.
Oh, he's not gonna get spotted here.
Gizmy, ratty. It's found out in the end, and now we've got TessS halfway through this 2v4. Positions known to 100 Thieves, duels queued up, and it's gonna fall on Sira at a quarter HP. Catches the little that was left of TessS. Kyosuke, he's got the advantage, and he'll come through swiftly with the headshot. Falcons with a CT pistol victory. Now both pistols in this series, or map rather.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's not in vain.
That's tough. 2-on-4 as well. I mean, it could be critical that the 100 Thieves didn't let that go. Knowing they have to close this out on T side. Could not have gone better on the attack. Gizmy just tucked a little bit. He was looking for the jump up, obviously, towards Xbox. So it's just really nice from Kyosuke to be scaling that way up through the top of mid. He made that look extremely easy. And m0NESY goes directly into the AWP.
What could go wrong? In the face of the 100 Thieves force buy.
They weren't expecting that.
m0NESY's in a tough spot at the moment. If Nico's stuck down in CT spawn. As tough as things can be versus what does feature a couple of pistols. Missed m0NESY shot. Gives that open door over. Kerrigan will win the duel towards long at least. And that's a big scalp and Poi down, but m0NESY drops empty-handed. Nico's able to get to the ramp. Activation here from Rain late out long, and he's got a second headshot. 20 seconds to pull off this 1v2. Low health for Kyosuke as well. They could line up. Oh, but TessS's MP9 will make the difference, and that's a TessS from the bottom of the scoreboard with an MP9 up against a very winnable spot for Rain. However, too much of an ask, and ultimately one survivor there for the Falcons.
It did look awkward, but they organized a double swing just in time to kind of guarantee that spot. And yeah, it's TessS's third kill. And it's Kerrigan's 2K. The Falcons falling back and clipping one off on the A site, and they got everyone dead before Rain could really come forward with that flank. Disaster averted.
For now. Three deegs for the Thieves.
Oh, nice shot, boy.
But not a multi-kill. He's had no shortage of multi-frags this map. Gizmy scoops up the Deagle, not wanting to lose the bomb in the process and looking to go join his teammates, all of which up Xbox. m0NESY missed that op shot last round.
He's never missed an op shot 2 rounds in a row, though.
There we go. Sierra gets blown away. It is a fast move by the Glock to just try to create space for the bomb plant. And it's guaranteed. So, device comes off of said plant. It's ranged. Desert Eagle looks down into the spawn. Missed chance at catching a little more damage. And a jumping Kyosuke to just put this one on ice. That is 100 Thieves with money made, but Falcons close the gap.
You know, I wasn't sure if he'd actually miss or not. I just thought it'd be a worthwhile bet to take.
And it paid. Good on you.
Looks like one weird round for m0NESY, and that's it. A 1-round game.
Kyosuke is starting to tap into an individual performance that could match that of Poi.
Yeah. And he's who you brought up after, like, again, with, you know, after Antwerp with Kerrigan. That team just already going through so much together. Everyone sort of growing old together. With the Falcons, that's not the case with Kyosuke. You know, just early on in his career, just getting some of the bigger wins, like, still and going to be incredibly hungry. A player who people were drawing comparisons to Donk, right? Because he's coming from Spirit Academy, because they're friends, and we saw the talent. Now, we know that he's not Donk, obviously, but still insanely skilled and insanely new.
Somebody who just can't quite relate to the struggle of Nico's career and how long it took him to win a major.
Yeah.
Kyosuke is thinking to himself, why'd it take you so long?
This Counter-Strike thing is easy.
Some more than others. Smoke grenade in front of the young guns of 100 Thieves, stuck inside the long doors as Gizmy sat with bomb behind them. Clearly a test coming Kerrigan's way as the flashes ring out.
It's a bit of a scramble here from the CT. They don't have control of anything right now. They're going to go and get it back, though, right away.
That'll help. Definitely a scramble, but one that works. As they establish man advantage off of the utility and in anticipation of Rain pushing to smoke, m0NESY's attention drawn back over towards the car cross. 2 kills come through for 100 Thieves. They're still considering the smoke. They turn.
Just turns.
Rain, he's got 3 players in front of him. Nobody ready. Kerrigan's able to recover, but at what cost? 2 teammates dead. Molotov on Gizmy flushes him out, but it's gonna be Rain's activation from inside of smoke that costs Falcons dearly.
Waited just the perfect amount of time. It almost felt like Kerrigan knew he was in there for all those seconds, but he just, with his teammates dying behind him, and teammates all around him, to be honest, he thought he was fine. And that keeps the lead for 100 Thieves. And Falcons look a little bit stressed out about it.
They looked a little stressed within the round even.
Yeah.
That push up into the catwalk off of the double nades. They scrambled for cat control and damn near held it back, but Rain's patience pays off.
Great nades though.
That Rain.
Honestly, getting real frisky on this round. Oh my goodness. The timing is incredible. Who's it work out for? Molly's great. Good to see protocols get them out of that mess. got an even spread on the map. I mean, they don't have everything they'd like, but the op makes A a threat. They have this B lean. They're not showing anything. It's going to be a little test for Gizmy. How do we find the path of least resistance? Oh, man. This might play into what Falcons want. Be coming down to what m0NESY sees here.
Try to test the waters, but his head gets spotted. m0NESY missing a chance to strike him down.
But it gives him a lead towards A, actually. And long push is coming out quickly, but loud at the same time.
Gizmy does ultimately get killed, and still now the rest of the team trying to cover that distance. Lower tunnels held off by Rain. Just enough time to spare. Rain's position now known to Falcons. They're going to try. Oh, wild blind. Finds the headshot onto Kyosuke.
Such a good flash as well.
Sits him down and queues up Rain's challenge. Now, that's a gun offered over, but do they still want to take a swing at this with no kit? Device comes back from the catwalk play.
Looking to block off all 3 exits.
And just looking to make this one costly.
So even though Gizmy doesn't get a kill there and gets, oh my goodness, nice shot to SS. That's his 4th. Don't know why I had to throw that in.
Just for good measure.
Stay humble, SS. It really was still gives me that, you know, he had the inkling, like, let me scout a little bit. It's not a real fake, but I'm throwing some nades up cat. Nobody's putting pressure towards me. And yes, he dies here, but it's already the decision made to come back from the B split, which would have ran into 3 players. This puts his team in a very good position. Oh boy, that's a lot of CTs coming this way as well.
SS guns up, 4 kills to his, oh what? Double USP frags out of Kerrigan. Make it make sense as TSS loses the bomb site. The rifle gets nothing, the USP 2.
What do you even do here? I mean, this is obviously more difficult for Device, who has to go all the way around the map to join up with his teammate. Poi might be hoping that he can find a way out of B. He doesn't know that the CTs are joined up inside of tunnels, and they're taking their time. Oh, and he gets spotted. The bomb gets spotted. But he only sees 1.
They're still considering that there's somebody outside of the tunnels. Not the case.
But I mean, surely when Device doesn't see anything here. m0NESY will actually have a chance at this.
He gives up the cover, which means now there's a chance for the bomb to just slip the net. Nico versus Device out middle, and Device lands his shot. Molotov in front of m0NESY. Still, that bomb's got to move, and now with the smoke grenade, it's free to do so uncontested. And m0NESY tucks tail and gets out of there. Kerrigan's double USP kills, all for naught.
Yeah. Ends up being one of those moments that, you know, for Poi, it's hard to kill him. You have to retake B to do it. He just has to trust that Device knows what to do ultimately. A safer route around the map to lock this in, but m0NESY, he still sees odds.
No kit. Close enough to pull this off. He's going to have to catch them by surprise, and a Molotov announces his intentions. Headshot's quick, but he needs that second one instantly, and he's trying to hunt him down, but time's playing against m0NESY, and he just looks to depart in the end. Device is up, dealt with, and that'll be a round for 100 Thieves, an 11th to the scoreboard, costing m0NESY his life. Nice patient play there from Device to guarantee the round win.
Money still fine here for the Falcons, but that's an 11th now for the 100 Thieves, and it's actually a great chance for the Falcons. Like, in spite of their guns, they had the appropriate stack, the tunnels push. It's just ironically their weaker guns getting the kills.
Don't need to be an expert to read TSS's lips. Long challenge offered up here by 100 Thieves, already out to the blue box. Nico First to fall. As Poi senses the presence and covered off by Sierra, it's an easy 5v3 as far as 100 Thieves are concerned.
This is impressive, man. They are closing the deal now. 3-on-5 as soon as the buy comes back in. Full long control. Don't have to overthink this one.
It's this unexpected lights-out performance out of Poi. Just a constant threat to the Falcons. Insane to think that it's 2 3-0 starts each half for Falcons, 1 round otherwise.
True, yeah, they do this with the pistols.
Both pistols, both full conversions, and 1 additional round. Other than that, it's 100 Thieves the entire time. Falcons map pick, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, if I told you some of the guys Falcons have beat on this map, you wouldn't believe me.
And it's just so hard to put your finger on the pulse of a game like this because it comes out of nowhere after that nuke dismantling. You know, you're on boot camp, you're coming out of the player break, and Falcons look fantastic.
Just a classic Kerrigan moment, isn't it?
Just the old ruse. You know, Poi, by the way, bottom performer back on Nuke as well, just to really add more unknown entity to all of this. He was 5-14 on Nuke, and then pulls this performance out of the hat, and totally upends the story that was meant to be Falcons starting the season flawlessly. Anubis will remain a question mark as 100 Thieves secures their 12th, and again, 3-0 start each half, 1 round otherwise. Why wouldn't they be able to close this?
Can't wait for the rain interview.
Triple cap play here for the Falcons, trying to take action at the start of the round. Trying to find a solution to the onslaught, but testing through mid doors goes Sierra. No hesitation here for 100 Thieves on the approach. Trying to jump onto device. Gizmy is going to be the one to take the brunt of the damage, but mid-control goes the way of 100 Thieves only momentarily. Sierra activates and catches Tesses towards that B site. Kyosuke's deep position on long will catch Poi off guard, and so he won't be a part of this potential final nail in the coffin. But that would mean man disadvantage reclaimed by 100 Thieves. They've got a B site, they've got the bomb inbound, but Kerrigan's gonna catch Sierra before he can be a part of this. Device and Rain in a 2v4 to try to close.
Yeah, go for it, Peak.
Missed shot out of Device as he goes back in for second servings, cuts Kyosuke down to size. We'll have 10 health left to work with. 2 kits on the play here for the Falcons. As bomb nears the halfway point, they're trying to set themselves up with the utility that they've still got, a flash included. Incendiary goes over. We've got a Molotov chucked out by m0NESY. Flashes next, and here comes the retake attempt. And we've got Rain offering up that cover. Device stays in behind the tower, and as he gets cleared out from behind, it's down to the final seconds. I don't know. Kerrigan misses his timing, and 100 Thieves strike unexpectedly, shutting down this Dust2 in convincing fashion.
That was an absolute insane way to close out a map. Just when you think maybe the time is going to be on his side, Maui, it isn't. The diffuse just a little bit too short. But of course, it's not just that.
And Maui was dead on with it, right? When push came to shove back at Cologne, Anubis does wind up being a feature for them and a place where they are able to just have their opponents make mistakes. And in a series where 100 Thieves have already gotten blown out of one of the maps, you know, and yes, Poi goes above and beyond on Dust Dust2. Total turnaround from the bottom performing player of the first map to the top performing player of the second. It's hard to find the consistency here for 100 Thieves, but they'll have to try to tap into exactly that and pin it down if this upset is to truly come together.
I mean, it's a bit much to ask for consistency for a team like them. I mean, with Gizmi coming in and all their players, I mean,
1 week practice.
It's not even remotely comparable with the experience. Yeah, those problems compound on a map where Falcons are again very comfortable on. I think they could have picked this. They could have played Dust2 and maybe should have won. But even without pistols, it's incredible. Makes it even more impressive what 100 Thieves did back on Dust2.
He sat back with support right behind him. We'll see if Falcons jump the gun and run into what is now still the last 2 players of 100 Thieves. And they could skip protocols and make the mistake, but they will still at least throw the smoke out into the camera. Bomb's going to take its sweet time on Kerrigan's back. And here he is, man of the hour. The high hopes of 100 Thieves resting on Poi's shoulders. It's a Monacy quad kill in the pistol, but it was both pistols and full conversions, and still only 7 rounds for Falcons back on Dust2. So let's see if they can get that curse shaken off, as they will be looking to kick off Anubis convincingly.
It's one of the maps that's like on the less popular side, obviously. It feels like, you know, was in contention to maybe get subbed out. But obviously, if you ask Falcons, I think they got some players that really like it a lot. And I think as an individual, especially someone like Monacy, there's just so many things you can do by yourself that can completely upend a round. Bounty Thieves. Teams are 13-0 defending their first round. Wow. That's not what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be upset city.
Yeah, we keep calling it that, but it really isn't.
Yeah, it really hasn't been.
It really isn't.
And last time it was really just the eyeballers. And then we got hyped. And they couldn't even do that this time.
Oh, they might. Maybe this is indeed the upset of the day. Fingers crossed if you're cheering for Gizmi. But unfortunately here, nothing to work with for round 2. Kerrigan almost whittled out of existence. Him and Monacy both down to 3 HP. Come on, 100 Thieves. Get a little value out of those vanilla USPs. No, sir. All 5 stand tall for the Falcons as they yet again convert the pistol.
Maybe Gizmi's old teammates just weren't smart enough to understand his calling. To understand what they had in front of them.
What are you calling them, Mohan? Idiots?
Yeah.
Oh. Anybody in specific or just all of them?
It's just one guy in Gizmi. That's how I look at it. Team Gizmi and some guys. Gizmi and the guys. Garage band.
Gizmi and the game plan is really where we want to kind of put the chips. But as highlighted by Maui Snake, you got a week to try to make this happen, and it's not like we've gotten Gizmi masterclasses on Anubis in the past. So it feels like while Dust2 was impressive and convincing, this one's going to take a little bit of magic from 100 Thieves. Moment, 1 kill across the 5 players, 2 rounds into play. And on a map where you're going to be trying to outcall Kerrigan of all people, where he has provably shown that he can outsmart some of the best in-game leaders in the world on this very map a mere month ago.
Yeah, he's the guy to beat right now.
It's a hell of an ask of Gizmi and friends.
He's a smart guy, though. He's finishing up his degree during Cologne. Doing exams.
Really playing in Kerrigan's shadow in that regard.
Yeah.
One of the only other top in-game leaders to finish school while being at the tippity top of the Counter-Strike world. Mac 10 activation here for Kerrigan. In the head-to-head versus Gizmi, he's got him dead to rights in the first gun round, and then TessS nailing it through the side of the smoke opens the door for the Kerrigan upgrade. That's Gizmi's M4 weaponized against his teammates, and a very quick flush of that B bomb site for the Falcons to put away 100 Thieves on their first gun round.
We said very nice things about Falcons coming into Dust2, so I'm not going to say them again because all those same things should happen here on Anubis, but we were definitely eating our words. with that 100 Thieves masterclass, but they'll be very happy to be at least starting T side, that's for sure. Where they can kind of control the ebb and flow of everything. It'll be hard for 100 Thieves to slow it down.
It was Nuke, man. It was just so convincing.
Yeah, they look like major champions back on Nuke.
Major dorks on Dust2.
The thing was, it was Poi getting all those kills, but it was also, I feel like Gizmy did do a lot as a caller on that map.
Yep. I think, I mean, Maui did a good job of highlighting like Rain and Devices moments as well.
Yeah.
The experience
Rain is just
kind
as
of
stable as ever.
Yep.
Like,
playing to his opponent's level, really. It's the point Maui was hammering home, and I think he is very much correct in that. You know, we talk about how Kerrigan needs a major to kind of roll out of bed. Well, a guy like Rain, when's the last time he had a chance to play versus a major champion team?
Yeah.
So, you bet your ass he's going to take the chance. Found his groove.
Nico 0 and 0. They'll need him when they need him.
See if Rain can somehow be the hero. Tasked with the only M4 in the round. Right now that's positioned over towards the A side as Monacy and Kerrigan tear through the heads of the Pistoleros out middle. And that's going to compromise this B bomb site. You can see Sarah just kind of running back desperately through Temple. Getting away with a 5-7 kill could help. Would love to find an upgrade, but obviously bodies on top of it, and TSS testing the other side of site means it is indeed B free for the taking, and a 4-0 Falcons start.
Tore through this one like a piece of paper, as expected, considering the guns. We're on Nico 0-0. Watch how long will this last.
Surely he gets into the action next round.
So who will be the champion of Season 2? Which team?
A Bounty?
No, just the whole second half of the
Season 2
year,
of
yeah.
Counter-Strike. Oh man, such a tough call. Would I be lame if I just said Vitality?
No, I mean,
No,
it's
right?
its own
'Cause
risk involved in that,
'cause
for
it's all about the
sure.
rebound.
I feel like it's just a straight 33% chance, you know, between
all
those
of them.
top three, yeah.
Yep.
No, they're the underdogs now, so
okay.
Yeah, it's cool to cheer for them
No,
again.
My brain wants to say Vitality, my heart wants to say Spirit, and my balls say Falcons.
Your balls talk, eh?
Sometimes. It can get you into trouble. 'Cause you gotta really dig deep to believe in the Falcons.
Damn.
Monacy finds Sierra to kick off this next one. The second gun round for 100 Thieves nets them 2 losses to the B site. Bomb's already in. And it is going to be a swift call to action as we get the Nico lurk into the action. He will finally find himself 5 rounds into play. Gets his first kill or death or assist even.
And Monacy can come and get you kills like that on a site. Yeah, it's over. Already hard enough to defend. That one's quick and easy. Didn't have to think at all.
Just straight to the point, huh?
It's a scary part about Anubis, and I think why it was on notice. Just that being one of the default ways to hold the site. Having to spot like that just feels so risky all the time. Oof, and he's just not done. 10-0 start here for Monacy.
Jesus. Clearly coming through with confidence are the Falcons off of the start. Won the knife round, chose T-side, and have set a tempo that 100 Thieves simply cannot keep up to at the moment.
Who dies first, Nico or Monacy?
I'm going to say Nico. Actually, I'm going to say Monacy, because Nico's just not been a part of anything. What's he doing, watching flanks? Ooh, tough guy. Mr. Von Spreckelson trying to get his troops into the game. It's Gizmy for the uninitiated.
It's like Freckle or Speckle. You got to pick one.
Spreckle.
Spork.
You win
That's
this
kind
time.
of what he did. I
You
mean,
win this time,
He was
Launders.
cooking. I mean, at the end of the day, it is the best utensil. It's just not very cool. Okay, here he comes. Looking to do something as an opener. A new threat emerges in Nico.
Also, Nico's already died.
Oh. Oh, he just died. Awkward.
A couple flashes ring out, and the MP9 tries to push outwards, but that's rained down to 60 health, and he knows he's versus multiple bodies because the number of utilities flying over him.
It's a heavy attack coming in. Oh, and Gizmy goes down. I mean, Device is up with an op, but it's 3 MP9s as a supported cast.
Yeah, Device nowhere to be found in this round, and again, they're just going to slice through this bomb site like it's butter. Churn it.
Wide margarines on this round.
6-0. I recently stopped buying margarine. I switched over to butter, personally.
I think you were the last guy on margarine, I won't lie.
You know, it took 32 years.
You're going to live forever. That much margarine in your body.
Yeah, it just felt like it was the right time. Had to get a butter dish.
You couldn't put the margarine in a butter dish.
What's that?
Couldn't put the margarine in a butter dish.
No, I mean, like, I started buying butter sticks, or
Right.
sticks of butter. Are they called butter sticks?
Butter sticks? I think that's like when you whiff a shot. They call it butter sticks.
Nice shot, butter sticks. Yeah, I had to buy a jar to put my butter in. I was like, this is...
Wait, it's a jar now?
Well, a container, a dish, a glass dish.
Okay.
You have one of those?
Can you open it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, mine goes in the fridge.
And you just right out of the foil.
I'm so North America. I just put like everything in the fridge.
Okay.
I just recently started putting my hot sauces in the cupboard, realizing like they don't need to go in the fridge.
Butter in the cupboard, though, you got to keep it soft.
I'm saying. Okay, here's a push. But how long can they hold it? That's the question. Ooh, out in front of the molly. A little bit dangerous now for the CTs falling back. Really dangerous, in fact.
Just sat on the angle, insta-kill Sierra.
Yeah, and you can get molly, too.
Just an MP9 stuck behind the column, so that one's going to get taken down quickly. Gizmy also dropped empty-handed. Oh, and 100 Thieves looking like a bunch of butter sticks.
Yeah.
As they just fall apart inside of that B-bomb site again and again and again. The Falcons have had their way with every single bomb site they've chosen to attack, and they've kept it fresh in both directions. Hell, even sprinkling in mid-plays.
Very good ones at that. Monacy still yet to die.
And Device yet to kill. Kerrigan walking across the bridge is going to scare Device. And that's a 7-0 Falcons T-side start.
He's upgraded to an M4 just for fun. That's how much they're winning.
I don't think 100 Thieves are having fun anymore.
Yeah.
It's a tough ask of a fresh roster.
I do think even just picking, I mean, you know, as much as they might not get the series, just having that Dust2 win, I just feel like it's such a good thing for them with their new IGL.
Yeah, it's an accomplishment in and of itself. I think we're allowed to get excited for a map result.
Wow, this is going to be one of the first times ever. Kerrigan's out fragging the entire team. Going behind.
Hang on to it, Finn. I mean, odds were so skewed in Falcons' favor at the start of this series that, again, Dust2 result, especially out of nowhere like it was. I think there's a lot of people at home that have hope for Gizmy and this 100 Thieves project. You got to be a just whole other level of freak if you're not cheering for the likes of Device and Rain after everything they've committed to Counter-Strike and the highs they've had. And Gizmy being one of the breakout major stories. I think also just from an organizational point of view, it's nice to have 100 Thieves back in a place where they're
definitely
looking to get back
since
to
the
majors.
Aussie days. Oop, not even a shot out. Device gets his first. Yep, he's on there.
Man advantage collected, and at 25 seconds, Falcons are going to just go sprinting back to the B site. It's a bit of a Hail Mary moment. One of the less
already
convincing positions they've been in, and the MP9, good for one. Device is off, collects another kill on Kerrigan, and then Rain fast into the flank. Opens the door for Poi to clean up. So you finally get Falcons in a spot where they feel like they're kind of scrambling for a position and not totally in control. And it's within that moment that 100 Thieves will find a one singular round win.
It's better late than never, and it's a good-looking CT round, and it's involving the op from Device. And funnily enough, it's not even a full buy. They will now get all the guns they want, plus the extras and a little bit of savings, too. To say it, but Falcons could afford that. Still so much money in their bank accounts.
Gets it, climbing over the smoke and dealing with a Kerrigan that was in an untradeable spot like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't him. Rain stole the thunder, but he helped. E-box control, hard to turn down. Even in a 4v5, it's a scary spot here for the CTs. They need a little bit more control, I feel.
Oh, that
and
nade's only good for a quarter, and Poi's gonna get active.
That's awesome.
Very much sensing the approach of Team Falcons, they decide to jump the gun, and in doing so, comfortable looking 5v2. E-box smoke fades. Nico sent back towards A main, will find contact versus Device and won't waste the bullets, finds the headshot. And Kyosuke gonna take a look over towards the other side. He'll find Sierra. And still sitting on 74 health. Kyosuke and Nico now stepping into the crossfire. And it's gonna be Gizmy to make the difference. He'll get his kills by the end of the round. 1 and 2 secured off of the platform.
But they have dug themselves a deep hole. Even with that, there's still a ton of money. Falcons will buy in this. They'll buy in the next. They gotta go up against it all. But they're definitely not having loads of fun.
Nothing will be as fun as watching Poi pop off on Dust2 tonight. Unless they can actually somehow claw this one back. They were 7 rounds into this game without a successful opening duel. 100 Thieves.
That was the interesting stat about Nuke, though, as well. They've somehow gotten 9.
Right, and you know what's nuts is back on Dust2, Falcons had 14 of the 21 opening duels, and still lost that game in a total blowout fashion.
What the heck?
What the hell is going on? Make it make sense. Quick play into the B site, and Poi, a little awkward as he tries to swap out M4's. TessS is going to go wide onto jail control Device, opening up a smoke to try to catch them on the cross. Looking to just dump that utility as he's concerned about the waterways. Gizmy's just going to push straight up through the temple. No concern.
I love it.
He will take away the man advantage. Try to get this retake rolling. Now Nico still making moves across the bridge. Pretty far removed from this post plant, is gonna have to jump into the water, make a ton of noise, Oh, wait.
Oh, they didn't hear it.
Nah, they're in the middle of their retake, so they're just moving this one forward. And Nico, you'd think he's assuming he's been heard, but that's not the case. They do turn in time. Defuse coming through. He sticks it. Gizmi in the middle of Monacy and Nico, in the midst of the hailstorm of bullets, will get 100 Thieves a third round win.
Another big shout out to Gizmi for sneaking that one through. Even with Nico's flank coming in time, they had that smoke diffused. They moved fast enough to avoid him for enough time, and that's 3 in a row. Brave move by Gizmi originally just to get out of there.
Really played that round with little caution to his own life, but it's what they needed in those moments. And gives me one of the IGLs that can frag out when needed. Just enough offered in that last round to put it on the board. When you're facing all the money that the Falcons have because of that 7-0 start, just squeeze out round wins by any means necessary.
Oh.
Not my map pick.
Just the decider. Out.
Poi happy for the duel.
Bomb gets dropped.
A little awkward at 30 seconds. You've got a player stuck on jail. Smoke will deny that angle, but Device is going to open it, and Tessa still not moving. Locks in what is now the secured post plant. Monacy shapes Poi off the play just as that smoke was about to go back up, and it welcomes a nade out of Nico. Monacy collecting rain on the flank. Turns his attention right back to the long. And will find Gizmi as well. This is Monacy, all 3 kills in the round for Falcons.
Not
and
missing.
All of them in the post plant. As they try to set themselves up for the retake, he'll give Device a freebie over top. That is Monacy sitting comfortably 15-3.
Yeah, so he does bleed, but doesn't really matter. Insane impact out of Monacy. Didn't miss a bullet. Falcons looking to round out this half nicely. Love how this one's a headshot. Like what?
Just Monacy things. Final round of the half, and Monacy looking to just leave his name on every round as needed. Gives me making him work for a few of these, but ultimately very lopsided first 12 rounds. Kyosuke, quick adjustment, and Poi is gonna get deleted. 7-10 is his final score in this half after that lights out Dust2 performance.
Oh man. Poor Poi. You did nothing wrong there. That was just an unreal reaction out of Kyosuke.
Just met the wrong man at the wrong time. Now numbers strong into the A long play. Device gonna collect Kerrigan. They're stomping their approach and sending Molotovs over top, so Device has to give them a bit more space for their efforts. He's got a teammate to work with, smoke grenades all around him. And that looming mid-threat in the form of Tess about to arrive. It's being held by the M4 along the wall, but oh, it turned! Rain second-guessing it, thinking maybe he was gonna have to help out Device. Instead, it opens a door for Tess to clean house. Flank held by Monacy as the op in this post plant yet again shows its value. And unfortunately for Gizmi, tiptoeing his way into an impossible 1v4. Smoked off on arrival. Falcons decide to start this decider map on the attack. They show us the tempo out of the gate with a 7-round streak. We get an answer back from 100 Thieves as Gizmi's playing the Hail Mary sticks inside of smoke. But ultimately, Falcons play it to their pace, their tempo, and remain fully in control. It's always made easier when m0NESY puts up performances like these. A 17 kill half from the young Opper. Well, the Falcons don't skip a beat, bouncing back into the series. This decider, full control thanks to this man on screen. 17-3, like it's nobody's business. I mean, not missing shots in the post plants. If Falcons were on a bomb site, m0NESY had his hands on the round. And so it is a tough go for Gizmy and co. to try to make this upset truly happen here on the decider.
m0NESY was really perfect that half. Every single shot. I don't know if he actually missed.
Perfect.
Did he miss a shot?
Surely there had to be one.
Did he miss an op shot B-Trams that half?
Yeah, B-Trams. You've got the stats.
I think I can only remember the hits. The greatest hits. Everything Falcons wanted on Dust2. They got here on Anubis. 4 rounds to go for them. We'll see if they can make the hard side look easy.
Pistol to kick that one off and converted, so that's something they've been consistent with winning even in Dust2's loss. 100 Thieves have not made this easy for themselves. m0NESY, a driving force. Ooh, but this time he gets distracted by Device's hands, and Syrah comes through with 2 kills of the pistol. Rain's going to surpass him on the attempted entry into the B bomb site, and it doesn't feel like Falcons are going to be able to stop this one, so they'll have to wait for their double digits.
They did get 2v4'd on a Dust2 pistol, I'll just say that. There's not even kits to pick up, are there?
This would be the comeback of all comebacks.
Oh, it definitely would.
This would be the
It'd be the upset of the
season.
Just season?
Yeah, I think just season.
Decade?
Of the decade.
Oh, a 10-second
No kit.
ninja would be insane.
No kit, no stress. 100 Thieves take a 4th round win, and they'll set themselves up for a chance at a T-side comeback.
Well, it's the only way that this game was going to be interesting, so we're all cheering for that. It's got a 5-round gap in it, but with Antico's coming up, I'm going to trust in Gizmy.
This would be the biggest result for 100 Thieves. This roster.
Yes, this would be the pinnacle of VRS climb.
This would be the big one for them.
This is their Everest.
Falcons.
This is their online Everest.
Off of the major championship. And here we sit on map 3.
Ooh, the bragging rights for Rain would be awesome.
Remember, 15-1, Kerrigan over Rain in their head-to-head. Damn, got away with that. It's going to be a quick answer from the bomb carrier. Just go running on over to the B bomb site. They've seen enough bodies out middle to know that there's got to be a gap, and they are correct in taking this. The Falcons grabbed a MAC-10 in the middle of all that chaos. And we'll see where Kyosuke decides to try to swing with it, because surely they want to get this damage in. Falcons 9, 100 Thieves 5. Yeah, and they do so with 4 players still up. So beautiful conversion. Deal with those USPs out middle. And Falcons still chasing their 10th.
See, no glasses.
I know, it's weird.
You'll be next.
No way.
Maybe he just lost them. Maybe it was one of the 100 Thieves.
Ready for the push. Oh, damn. With a couple. This is versus guns, folks.
Don't need good glasses to see that.
Now things are going to get interesting. It's a 3-round game. 100 Thieves dispatch of the Falcons' first gun round on the CT side. And they do it in very convincing fashion. Back-to-back headshots out of Rain. Bop, bop. It'd be lovely for 100 Thieves if they can keep everything up here. Rain's not going to slow down. He will collect a 3rd kill this round alone. A Molotov for Kyosuke, quad kill for Rain, and a 3-round game.
When I wanted to believe, like right at the beginning of the half, does Falcons believe that they can lose? Because at no point in this game were they really ever having fun. They were just kind of getting through it, even though they were winning all these rounds.
Years of being the Falcons has conditioned them to believe they can always lose. Except that one time they won the major.
But obviously, at the very minimum, there'll be respect across the boards, especially because, well, you've got Device and Rain over there.
What was the stat with $60,000 bounties? It's never been claimed?
13-1.
Was it 1? Yeah. Okay. should have that reconfirmed. Because this would be a hell of a time for it to happen.
Yeah, was it just Eyeballers winning their series versus FaZe, but then no one else did? It was like an openers, right? Yeah. Can't remember.
I just fail to believe that FaZe even in that game would have been like a 60K bounty. I believe like a 30K bounty. I think 60 is what? Top 6 teams?
It was back in the day.
Pistol finds one. It's never going to be smooth sailing. I can promise you that. Falcons will put up a fight. Kerrigan in the smoke. Pressed up against Sierra, who turns his back unnecessarily and dies out to the 5-7. Now a man advantage. Kyosuke's got 1 point of health, single HP to work with. Bomb plant comes through, Kerrigan grabs the gun. Now the second rifle in the mix for Falcons. Wide swing, gets traded by Kerrigan. Now it's gonna be Poi's problem. Device takes damage, all on Poi. He's got the Kerrigan kill secured. It's Nico with 14 HP
Bomb's
and
open.
no kit. A 10-second defuse as Poi puts a bit of distance between him and that bomb. Will he anticipate a 10-second defuse? Well, right now it's Nico not even sticking it, so Poi goes back in, finds the headshot, and 100 Thieves 7th comes at a cost.
Yeah, but it's still a lock-in for that. Now make it a 2-round game as well. They've got enough money, plenty of money, I should say, to buy. Pop comes out for Monacy. Now that we see this game isn't going to be free, these wins start to bleed into more rifles. This is starting to get exciting for 100 Thieves.
That round does get dangerously close, though. It's enough to keep you on your toes if you're 100 Thieves. Looking to just catch TSS off. Insta headshot out of Rain. Maui Steak had big things to say about Rain and him seizing chances.
Oh my goodness.
Well, this opportunity doesn't come often, and Rain is tapping into that potential we know he has. Lickety split entry frag into the A site to make this a 1-round game.
What year is it? What a couple of kills out of Rain. And that's a bit of what Monacy brought to Falcons back on T side. But this is going to be a closing statement now for 100 Thieves. And this is a lot of momentum they have boiling. Ooh, and another kill. It's 2 saves in this round for Falcons. Looks like that'll be the end of it. Oh my goodness, Nico takes a bullet in the end, but survives.
So far, Rain is a driving force on this T side. He has had his hands on every round.
I just need the Rain interview after this. That was real perfect. No jiggle right there, just waited up until the point where he knew TSS might have been spotting, went wide, instant headshot.
Nine and 1.
Wow.
And a kill in every round so far, I believe, on this attack. Rain looking to be instrumental on the decider. As Monacy goes absent, but Falcons feeling the squeeze, look to get active on the bridge. Gizmy just gave up the angle. Device remains worried, misses his chance to strike one down, but Gizmy finds the headshot and damage on top of it. You're not gonna get away. 5v3 versus guns yet again in an attempt to tie this game.
You are kidding. They needed a pistol to make this competitive, but the thought that they're now vying for the map win, they are crushing on these rifle rounds.
In the process of a perfect T-side so far. 9-3 on the half, answered back by 6 consecutive terrorist round wins. It's a slow approach over to the A side as Falcons get active on B. Kerrigan going to be left to his own devices, no teammate nearby. You would have to be the hero versus 4. Execute over top, utility well placed, and he's going to go down empty-handed. Not one casualty for 100 Thieves to have to stomach in the 18th round.
Losing Nuke is one thing, but picking up Dust2 and then potentially Anubis of all maps.
And getting smoked on their map pick of Nuke. Monacy's first kill of the second half found in just this attempted save. Tied game 9-all.
Falcons just love making the news.
And that notorious pressure starts to sink in.
This really just turns out to be a Rain masterclass. Worst case, they could just buy him. This round for the lead on Anubis.
There's always a chance somebody throws that Hail Mary. M4 meant to be set up. Monacy, the only rifle for the defense, and he's not allowed to escape. Not at Rain's hands. Fire burns him. Finds impact even from beyond the grave. Rain still gets his. And that rifle irretrievable, as Nico would have to push through the T-smoke. Doesn't want to take the gamble. And just gives 100 Thieves a little more room to work with. Gizby's gonna clear out E-Box, gets the response back from the Falcons util, and now he can just go join up with his 3 other teammates to play numbers strong into this opposite site. Unless Nico cuts him off before he gets there.
You have to drop out, I mean. Not willing to make that noise.
Utility confirms the intentions. Kyosuke's Desert Eagle in hand, misses its first shot, but will still recover. Nico's got one as well, poised down. A little damage for Device to have to stomach. Kerrigan, a late arrival, 5-7 in hand. And as Gizmy crosses back to long, he makes noise in the process. Kerrigan's position could actually catch them off guard.
I mean, eventually, they've got nothing else to watch. Bombs planted open for them. AK to get picked up.
No kid on the round, and Device won't miss this shot. Second kill secured for Device. 100 Thieves with the lead.
They're in the lead, baby.
10-9 on a decider map over top of your most recent major champions. The same Falcons that opened up on Nuke with a dismantling of 100 Thieves. A roster that's had 1 week of practice with Gizmy at the helm. Breakout in-game leader of the Cologne Major. Has had little time to try to put together a master plan to pull off this, the unthinkable.
It's been an array of good entries that have brought 100 Thieves these rounds. One small mistake, and it will just be a gust of wind to their confidence. Falcons have to hold this one tight. This opening kill could dictate their mood until the end of this match. But that doesn't mean they can forego being proactive at the same time. But what's the idea? Flash works on Monacy. Oh, he'll get blinded and killed.
Gives me fragging out for the first one. Nico's got the answer.
Up goes down. He'll pick it up.
Pulls back with the sniper. Rain takes a quick look over smoke, sees nobody up on Fountain.
We've seen a lot of default victories out of 100 Thieves, and I mean, just like the tactics to get the kills to turn into site takes. Not the longer, more drawn-out defaults, where they have to come forward with a full exec.
It's a matter of building off the basics. Kyosuke is looking to be the interruption for this half of it, but it's Device and Rain on the attack. Oh, again, it is
what a
instant! Rain, and the time to kill is damn near unbelievable. Another, just straight through, skewers Kerrigan. TSS fast activation on the flank, and Rain's gonna go right back at it, you'd think. Molotov in front of him, flashbang finds Rain. This time they've got him blind, and so the retake's on. It's gonna be the kit on Nico. But Nico's still playing with that op that he picked up off of Monacy. There's rifles to swap out here behind TSS, who's looking to just make this happen with 20 health. It's the new kids on the block for 100 Thieves to close this. Poi and Sierra with pressure on them as that tap comes out.
No one's peeking.
Nobody bites. TSS hits the headshot. Poi back into the cover. Nico's going to try to chase this down as that kick could still pull it off, but no sir, and no save. 100 Thieves, 2 rounds from the upset.
And he'll also, did he get the op in the end?
Switched out just in time.
Yeah, he's grabbed it as well. That's incredible. 11 rounds now for 100 Thieves. A tactic that works out beautifully. The flash to assist that kill. And Rain's entries are as good as donks right here. They couldn't be any faster.
This guy is electric. Playing up to the opposition. A still flawless T-side.
I mean, Rain has completely taken over this T-side to a level that you just could not precipitate. Double entries on sights with his rifle. This is what they have to defend against the series. A half buy. They've got TSS on a M4. Their only rifle.
And a dry spell of X Factor out of Falcons.
A 9-3. We might have seen the full collapse. Slow playing this one. Don't want to fumble it at the goal line. You know, Falcons are low on money, that they're desperate, and that they're still dangerous. They know they're just looking for one more of these. Rain goes down. It's the one rifle. And now Falcons are actually completely back in business. Now they can't go grab that gun, obviously.
Curious to see if Gizmy gets the troops into that gap. If they just call out the bluff as if that M4 is going to move. Classic tactic. It's the hit and run. Find one kill with it and try to go for the reposition. But now TSS's job made awkward and burned down to 50 health. Not to mention Monacy pop before he even gets vision. TSS dead.
The perfect utility.
Sure enough, 100 Thieves have enough of a protocol to dive into the bomb site that had just tried to turn them away. Desert Eagle on the flank denied. Device has got his frag. And with bomb down and weapons picked back up, 100 Thieves sit comfortably on top of this A site to secure themselves their 12. Kerrigan takes a sniff at sight and goes down empty-handed. 3 map and match points secured.
They have leveled up as this game has gone on. They have answers at every point in the round, whether it's as an individual with the entries from Rain, or if it's later on they go down 4v5 and they have to go forward with a full exec. Everything is landing in place. Falcons are actually about to lose this series to a flawless T side. I don't know what's crazier, the fact that it's Anubis, the fact that it's 100 Thieves. A map they can beat anybody on.
Maui Snake highlighted the scalps that Falcons have on this very map. Pulled it out at key junctures within that Cologne major victory. And yet today versus Gizmy and his game plan, they can't seem to put brakes on it for even one round. Nico just sent down into the pack, dies empty-handed. Luckily for them, Kerrigan gets the trade through that smoke, and it's gonna leave 100 Thieves still with work to do.
Looking for the closing moment now. Rain's still alive. Zero will happily go 1-for-1 with a player like Nico. Device approaches. They're ready to push into this.
Oh, he whiffs, but Gizmy's got the trade. Again, call upon his individual level when you need it. Molotov for Kerrigan, but he gets away with the corner. Oh, I mean, you'd never think Gizmy would clear this.
But there's still a push on the other side of the map. The CTs are gonna feel pressure to actually make a move, right? It's just Kerrigan over here.
Incendiary even smaller, so he's getting away with this. Kerrigan, though, at the same time, keeps considering long side. Bomb dropped in front of him. As that fire just never spreads wide enough, but Rain is a part of this. And as the bomb gets set ablaze, Rain closes the distance into Kerrigan. Oh, a smoke behind, but the op shot out of Modesty clips Rain's wings perfectly. And at 30 seconds, Poi, star of Dust2, has to somehow try to pull off this clutch in the first of 3 match points. He's gonna run it down into the E-box, and Kerrigan holds his nerve, holds the line in the sand, and delivers 3 critical kills.
Had to find that one spot, painted into a corner with those Molotovs. But yet unburned, and I wondered if Gizmy had thought for a second maybe he had a place to stand, but didn't clear it. A saving grace here for the Falcons. So they deny the fantastic finish that would have been a flawless T side. But more than that, they give themselves a real chance to actually make this into overtime. It's still close because of their early lead.
Ten rounds into the CT side, Falcons find their first.
They've got one more tactic late in the game.
A fresh strategy to try to catch Nico off guard. And they've got a lot of time to hang on to this angle. Gizmy trying to slide closer in front of this. Device inching his way closer to the spot that Nico holds.
He's seen him.
And he's gonna wait for a prime chance to pull that trigger. But Nico now disengaged. Gizmy's gonna slide forward.
It's also info. Spotting from that far back. They know that this is an open line. Gizmy, what can he do with this? Well, the push comes out. Dangerous. But he survives.
Bomb remains back at T-spawn within 40 seconds of the end of this round. And Kyosuke gets tagged by those flames, so now they're gonna know this position's occupied, surely. Kyosuke eats the flashbang. Kerrigan's gonna hang on, gives the assist. Gizmy activates out towards middle, but what more can they do? He's gonna try to put that squeeze on Temple, and found out by Finn. Another multi-kill from the Falcons in-game leader. Back-to-back triples from Kerrigan, critical.
Okay, just when you need them. And with 15 seconds, there's gonna be no chance here for Rain.
It's another attempt up that E-box, another move towards this B site, but it is Kerrigan himself to hold the line.
Like clockwork. Leave it to Finn to wake up this late into it when they're finally, truly in jeopardy. But it's not enough to chew through all of the money here for 100 Thieves. They have a full buy up involved, every grenade you could think of. It's about as full strength as a round 24 can get.
Falcons still don't know about that op setup, but they're gonna send their own sniper into the canal. Quick look for Monacy, met by smoke. He'll pop it open and still see nothing.
100 Thieves know you let this go into overtime, and suddenly the odds skew heavily towards the Falcons. It's another situation where they'd have the edge. This is their best chance to close.
Heavy utility usage to get them closer towards mid, met by CT presence. m0NESY's Oppo waits, and the frag grenade finds good chip damage. Device tiptoeing into this line is gonna be dropped by m0NESY, who's got a teammate up front and right there for Gizmy to get the response back. He takes damage from Nico. Smoke over to the B site. Kyosuke's got Poi. And as Gizmy will look to yet again inch his way out middle, the rest of 100 Thieves still stuck stagnant outside this B site.
Yeah, but they do have E-Box.
Karrigan has been the solution 2 rounds back-to-back with his triple kills, and soon to be called on again. Sierra from long, Rain from inside E-Box, and Gizmy moving his way back from middle, looking to join up alongside Rain, whose entries have dried up now. Kyosuke's got the cover of the bomb site, still Karrigan to work with, but it's gonna be Gizmy himself to move it forward. Karrigan still managing to hang on, and so Sierra's 1v3's got a bit of space between him and the next challenge. Enough space to get away with the bomb plant. It's a gun up for Sierra. Heart pounding, ops wide, get away! And 100 Thieves with the robbery of the season eliminate your Cologne Major champions. Gizmy is a steal.
I don't even know if I have words to explain the experience of getting it to watch 100 Thieves